It was just another ordinary night for Alex. The cool breeze brushed against their face as they walked home from work. The streets were empty, save for a few scattered leaves drifting along the pavement. Alex was used to the quiet of the city at night, the hum of distant cars and the occasional sound of footsteps in the distance. But tonight, something felt different. A strange unease settled in their stomach as they passed the alleyway near their building. Without warning, a soft glow appeared at the end of the alley. It wasn't the usual light from a street lamp, but something unusual. Alex stopped in their tracks, squinting to see better. The light was faint at first, but it grew brighter, almost as if it was calling them. Curiosity won over Alex's caution. They slowly approached the alley, the hair on the back of their necks standing up. The closer they got, the brighter the light became. And then, as if out of nowhere, a figure emerged from the glow. The person was tall, their face hidden by a hood, but their eyes shone with an otherworldly light, glowing a faint blue. Alex froze. The stranger wasn't like anyone they had ever seen before. "You've been waiting for me?" Alex asked, the words slipping out before they could stop them. Their voice cracked, barely audible in the tense silence. The stranger nodded, their voice calm but deep. "Yes, I have been waiting for you, Alex." Alex's heart skipped a beat. How did this person know their name? They had never seen this person before in their life. They wanted to turn and run, but something kept them rooted to the spot. "You're not from here, are you?" Alex asked, their voice shaky but curious. The stranger's lips twitched into what could have been a smile. "No, I'm not from this planet. I'm here because the Earth is in danger, and you, Alex, are the key to stopping it." Alex felt a chill run down their spine. Danger. They were just an average person working a 9-to-5 job in a small office. How could they possibly be the key to saving the world? "What do you mean?" Alex asked, their voice barely above a whisper. "What's happening? What's going on?" The stranger stepped closer, their eyes never leaving Alex. "The universe is about to change. An enemy force, an alien race, has already begun infiltrating your world. They've been here for years, and they're planning something far worse than you could imagine. But there is still time to stop them." Alex felt a knot form in their stomach. Alien forces. This sounded like something out of a science fiction movie, not real life. "What do you want from me?" they asked, their voice barely audible. "Why me?" "Because you have powers you don't even know about." The stranger replied, "You are special, Alex. You have the ability to fight back, but it won't be easy. You will need to choose ignore what I've told you and go on with your normal life, or take the risk and join me in this fight." Alex took a step back, their mind racing. They had heard stories of alien invasions, but they never thought they would be part of one. What was this stranger really asking of them? Was this some kind of prank, or was there truth in what the stranger was saying? The stranger extended a hand, offering Alex a choice. "You don't have to decide now. But know this. The enemy is closer than you think, and the war has already begun." Alex's heart pounded in their chest. The peaceful world they had known was about to change forever. They didn't know whether to trust this stranger, but something inside them knew they couldn't ignore this. The fate of the world might depend on the choice they made in the next few moments. And so, Alex stood at the edge of the unknown, staring at the stranger's hand, the weight of the decision heavy in their mind. This was only the beginning of a war they never saw coming. The glow from the stranger's eyes seemed to pulse in the dark alley, casting strange shadows on the brick walls. Alex felt a surge of fear mixed with curiosity. They had never been one to believe in supernatural stories or alien conspiracies, but something about the stranger's presence made it impossible to dismiss. The stranger remained still, watching Alex as if waiting for a decision. The silence stretched out, thick and heavy. Alex could feel their heartbeat in their ears, and the weight of the moment seemed to press in on them from all sides. This wasn't some fantasy. It was real, and it was happening to them. "Why me?" Alex repeated, their voice almost shaking. "I'm just an ordinary person. I don't know anything about fighting aliens or saving the world." The stranger's gaze softened, but there was no pity in it, just understanding. "You think you're ordinary, but you're not. You have something inside you, Alex, a power that you've never been taught to use. It's been there your whole life, hidden away, waiting for the right moment, and that moment is now." Alex's breath caught in their throat. "Power? What do you mean?" The stranger took a slow step forward, their eyes burning bright with intensity. "You have the ability to control energy that is far stronger than anything Earth has ever seen, but you've never tapped into it. You were never meant to until now." Alex took a step back, their mind struggling to make sense of what the stranger was saying. "You're saying I have powers like superpowers?" The words felt ridiculous even as they left their mouth. The stranger nodded, and for the first time their expression became serious. "Yes, but it's not like the stories you've heard. This power is not something you can control with a thought or a wave of your hand. It is ancient. It's tied to your very being, to your blood. And if you don't learn to harness it, the enemy will destroy everything." The air seemed to hum around them, thick with an energy Alex couldn't quite understand. They looked around, as if expecting something to change. The stranger's words were like a heavy weight pressing on them, suffocating them, but they needed answers. "Who are you? Why are you here?" Alex asked, the words barely escaping their lips. "How do I know I can trust you?" The stranger's eyes softened, but their voice was firm. "I am here to help you, Alex. My name is Taryn. I'm not from this planet. I'm part of an alliance that fights to protect worlds like yours. I was sent here because we saw your potential. But now, the enemy knows about you. They've known for a long time. They're coming for you." Alex felt a cold shiver crawl up their spine. "The enemy? Who are they?" "They're called the Zarrak," Taryn said, his voice low. "A race of beings from a distant galaxy. They've conquered countless worlds, and Earth is next. Their invasion has already begun, hidden in plain sight. But they didn't expect you, Alex. They didn't know about the power you have inside you, and they will stop at nothing to capture you." Alex's mind was racing. Everything felt too fast, too overwhelming. They had just been a regular person, struggling to get through their days, and now they were being told they were the key to stopping an alien invasion. It didn't make sense. Taryn's voice pulled Alex back to the present. "The war has already begun. The Zarrak are on Earth, disguised as humans. They have infiltrated your government, your military, your cities. They've been preparing for years. And now, they know about you. The moment you use your power, they will come for you. The clock is ticking." Alex felt a rush of fear. What was happening? What had they been dragged into? "Don't panic," Taryn said, sensing the fear. "You're not alone in this. I can teach you how to control your power. I can show you how to fight back. But you must trust me. This is the only chance you'll have." Taryn's hand reached out again, this time offering Alex a small, glowing device, a crystal of some kind, glowing with an energy that felt alive. "This will help you unlock your power. When the time comes, you will know how to use it, but first, we need to leave. The Zarrak have agents everywhere, and they'll be here soon." Alex's heart pounded in their chest as they took the crystal. A sense of urgency began to settle in, making everything feel more real, more dangerous. The world as they knew it was no longer the same. They weren't just trying to survive anymore. They were now part of something much bigger. Taryn single quotes as words echoed in Alex's mind as they turned to leave the alley. "The enemy is already here, Alex, and soon you'll learn just how powerful you truly are." With that, the stranger led Alex into the night, into a world they had never imagined, with a future that was about to be rewritten. The night had never felt so silent, yet so heavy. Every step Alex took seemed to echo in their mind, but Taryn never slowed down. The world around them had changed, but Alex wasn't sure if they were ready to face the reality Taryn had just thrust upon them. The city they had known their whole life now felt like a strange, unwelcoming place. There was no going back. Taryn led them through narrow streets, down hidden alleys, and into an underground safe house. It was a stark contrast to the bright, bustling world Alex had been familiar with. The walls were lined with monitors displaying strange symbols and data Alex didn't understand. The air was thick with the scent of metal, and something faintly, alien. "Sit," Taryn said, pointing to a chair by a table covered in complex blueprints and maps of cities. "You need to prepare." Alex hesitated but obeyed, sitting down slowly. The weight of everything was overwhelming. "How can I prepare? I don't even know what's happening, what I'm supposed to do." Taryn's gaze softened as he approached, his expression serious. "You're not the only one who's confused. This wasn't how I planned it. I didn't expect you to awaken this quickly. But it's good. It means you're stronger than we thought. Stronger than the Zarrak ever expected." Alex looked up, eyes wide. "You mean they knew about me? They knew I had this power?" Taryn nodded, kneeling in front of Alex. "Yes, the Zarrak have been monitoring Earth for a long time. They've studied your people, your world. They're patient. They know that you have the potential to fight back. But they never thought someone like you would awaken so soon. Now, they'll stop at nothing to capture you." Alex's chest tightened as they thought about the power Taryn had mentioned. Was it real? Could they really control it? "You'll never be the same," Taryn continued. "Your power is more than just physical strength or abilities. It's energy. Pure, unbridled energy. You can manipulate it, control it. But you have to learn how. The Zarrak use technology, deception, and force. You, Alex, will use what's inside you. But first, we need to unlock it." Taryn stepped back and activated a series of holographic screens around the room. Strange symbols and diagrams filled the air, spinning and shifting. "This is the first step," he said, tapping one of the glowing screens. "Your body is the key. You must unlock the dormant energy within you. It's buried deep, but it's there. The crystal I gave you will help you focus and connect with it, but only if you can let go of the fear holding you back." Alex stared at the screen, images of energy coursing through veins, lighting up like fire. Was this what they were supposed to do? Was this what was waiting inside? "How do I start?" Alex asked, their voice barely above a whisper. Taryn's eyes locked with theirs. "Close your eyes. Focus on the crystal. Let it guide you." Alex held the crystal in their hand, feeling its warmth and pulse against their skin. For a moment, nothing happened. Then, a faint hum. The crystal vibrated, sending a shockwave of energy through Alex's arm. A sudden surge of power rushed through their body, like electricity igniting every nerve. The sensation was almost painful, but it was also exhilarating. It felt like something deep inside them had been awakened. something primal and alive. Alex's breathing quickened, their heart racing. They tried to control it, to focus, but the energy was wild, out of their grasp. It surged again, and Alex felt the room around them blur, the air thickening, like they were drowning in a storm of power. The crystal in their hand flickered brightly, then exploded in a burst of light. Taryn was by their side in an instant, grabbing Alex's wrist to steady them. "Control it, Alex," he urged, his voice urgent. "Focus. Don't let it control you." But it was too much. The energy was overwhelming, thrumming through their veins, a raging current that refused to be tamed. Alex gasped for breath, their vision darkening as the power surged again. They wanted to scream to fight it, but all they could feel was the relentless tide pulling them deeper into the chaos. "Focus on the center," Taryn shouted. Find the calm within the storm. You are the eye of the hurricane. You control it. It doesn't control you. Alex's mind spun. The chaos was too loud, too fast. But then, somewhere deep inside, a small flicker of clarity emerged. They remembered the crystal's warmth, the way it had pulsed with a steady rhythm. Slowly, Alex tried to focus on that feeling, the calmness, the connection between them and the energy. It took all of Alex's willpower. But finally, the storm began to quiet. The surge of power settled, and Alex's chest slowed as the energy dimmed. The crackling air returned to stillness, and the lights in the room flickered back to normal. Alex opened their eyes, breathless and trembling. Their hand was still wrapped around the crystal, but now it felt ... different, more familiar. Powerful. Taryn stepped back, his eyes filled with admiration. "You did it. You're more powerful than I imagined. But this is only the beginning. The Zarrak will sense this. They'll know you're awake." Alex stood, shakily, their minds still trying to catch up. "I don't know if I can do this. I'm just ... me." "No," Taryn corrected. "You're not just you anymore. You're the last hope of this world. The Zarrak know who you are, Alex, and they're coming." Alex felt the weight of Taryn's words settle into their bones. The power was real. The war was real. And whether they were ready or not, they had just been thrown into the fight of their life. The storm was only beginning. The morning sun was just beginning to rise, casting long shadows across the city as Alex stood in front of the hidden facility, heart pounding. The training, the power, the strange alien force, everything was real now, but nothing could have prepared them for what was coming next. The Zarrak were here. They were on Earth, and Alex was the key to stopping them, whether they were ready or not. Taryn's voice echoed in Alex's mind as they stepped out into the cold air. "They'll stop at nothing to find you, but you are stronger than they know. Your power is the last weapon we have. Use it well." Alex clenched their fists, feeling the energy crackling beneath their skin. The power they had unlocked in the safe house was unlike anything they had ever imagined. It was as if the very fabric of the universe had become a part of them, flowing through their veins, ready to be controlled at a thought. But the fear lingered. How could they fight an entire alien race? How could they be the one to save the world? Taryn appeared beside them, his expression grim. "They've already infiltrated your world. You've felt the changes, haven't you? The tension, the unease. It's because of them. They've been moving in the shadows, controlling key figures, preparing to strike. But now they've made a mistake. They've found you." Alex looked at Taryn, the weight of his words settling like a stone in their stomach. "How do we even begin to fight back?" Taryn turned to face Alex, his eyes intense. "We don't wait for them to strike first. We take the fight to them. But first, you need to understand your true power. You've only scratched the surface, Alex. What you've unlocked so far is just a taste of what you're capable of." Alex's stomach twisted with fear and excitement. "What do you mean?" Taryn's gaze softened, but his voice remained firm. "You can't just react to the enemy. You need to think like them. Control the battlefield. Feel the energy around you, use it against them. I've seen what you can do. Now, you need to believe in it." Taryn handed Alex a small device, something between a watch and a communicator. "This will help you track their movements. It's designed to detect their energy signatures, and they won't know you're tracking them. But be careful. The closer you get to them, the stronger their presence will become. You'll feel their power. It will be like a weight on your chest. And if you're not prepared, it will crush you." Alex nodded, but the fear gnawed at them. They didn't feel ready for this. They barely understood what they were capable of. How could they face an enemy like this? But as Taryn turned and led Alex through the streets, the unease grew. There was something in the air, something wrong. Alex could feel it now, the energy of the city, buzzing with a strange frequency. The people around them were oblivious, unaware of the storm that was coming. But Alex wasn't oblivious. They could sense it, like a shadow hovering just beyond reach. Then, they felt it, a jolt of energy, cold and suffocating, pressing in on them from all sides. It was as if the entire city was holding its breath, waiting for something to snap. The Zarrak were close. Alex could feel their presence like a dark cloud moving through the streets, their power like a storm on the horizon. "They're here," Alex whispered, their voice trembling. Taryn nodded, his eyes scanning the crowd. "They found us. It's time." Suddenly, the air around them shimmered. A figure appeared from the crowd, a tall, imposing figure, dressed in dark clothing. Their face was hidden behind a mask, but their eyes glowed with an eerie, unnatural light. Alex's heart skipped a beat. This was one of them, one of the Zarrak. Before Alex could react, the figure raised their hand, and a blast of energy shot toward them. It was like a shockwave, vibrating the air and sending Alex stumbling backward. The force of it was enough to knock the breath from their lungs, and they felt a surge of panic rise in their chest. They had no time to think, no time to hesitate. Instinct took over. Alex raised their hands, focusing on the power inside them. The crystal Terran had given them pulsed with energy, and the air around Alex seemed to bend as they called upon it. The world seemed to slow down. The alien's blast came closer, but Alex felt the energy building within them. They reached out, not with their hands, but with their mind gripping the energy that surrounded them, pulling it into their body. With a sudden forceful push, Alex unleashed the power, sending a blast of pure energy back at the Zarrak figure. The impact was deafening, the explosion of light blinding. The aliens staggered backward, caught off guard, but quickly regained their stance, eyes narrowing. "Impressive," the Zarrak figure said, their voice cold and mocking. "But it will not be enough." Alex's heart raced. They had managed to fight back, but the alien wasn't done. They were far from done. Terran's voice broke through Alex's thoughts. "Don't hesitate, Alex. They'll keep coming. You need to go on the offensive." Alex gritted their teeth, the weight of the situation sinking in. This wasn't just a fight, it was a war, and the war was only just beginning. The Zarrak figure lunged again, but this time Alex was ready. Their body moved on its own, reacting to the surge of power flowing through them. They didn't think they felt the energy, felt the battlefield shift beneath their feet, that felt the ground crack as they pushed their power to the limit. The energy they unleashed was unlike anything they had ever known. It wasn't just raw power, it was control. The alien's blast met Alex's energy in midair, a collision of forces that shook the streets. The explosion sent shockwaves through the city, but Alex stood their ground, arms outstretched, channeling the full force of their power. For the first time, Alex understood what Terran meant. They weren't just reacting, they were shaping the battle, controlling it. And in that moment, they realized something else. They weren't just fighting for survival anymore. They were fighting for the future of the world. The Zarrak figure was retreating, but Alex knew this wasn't the end. The enemy would return, stronger and more determined, but Alex was ready. Because now, they understood the truth. This wasn't just about power, it was about belief, and they believed they could win. The war had truly begun.